I understood that all this was wrong, what was happening, and I had a choice, either to disavow it, say that this is not my war, or to do something. Here I am, 2 shots to the head of one, a moment, 2 shots to the head of the other. 2 jerks killed, 2 group commanders, jerks, burn in hell, go to hell. Evil will be punished, that's all.
An incredible event occurred in the area of responsibility of one of the subdivisions of the Ukrainian Defense Forces. A serviceman from the army of the aggressor came to the position of this subdivision. But this was not an ordinary Russian who decided to make the only correct decision by surrendering as a prisoner to the Ukrainian Defense Forces, and thus saving his life. No, this was a representative of the aggressor army who consciously decided to join the Ukrainian Defense Forces. To come to us not empty-handed, this serviceman killed 2 of his commanders, and not just killed them, but also filmed all of it on video. So now we will talk with this fighter and also show you the footage he filmed. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Alexander, 27 years old, from the Irkutsk region.
What did you do?
What did I do as a civilian?
Yes.
I was a taxi driver.
How did you decide to join the Russian army?
Well, initially, I wanted to fight on the side of Ukraine. And there is such a volunteer subdivision that fights on the side of Ukraine. It's called the Freedom Legion of Russia. I wrote to them, said about my desire. And after some time, we agreed that I would sign a contract, then cross the front line and surrender to the Ukrainians.
We'll talk about that now. But tell me, how does a taxi driver from the Irkutsk region want to fight on the side of Ukraine?
I don't know. It's always been like that since childhood, probably. I understood more what justice is, what is right, what is wrong. Well, and I thought with my own head. I understood that all this was wrong, what was happening. I don't want, but I'm still a participant in the fascist action that's happening. And I had a choice, either to disavow it, say that this is not my war, and sit like everyone else, or to do something. Here I am.
Let's go into a bit more detail about the dispatch on the mission. How did it all happen?
They informed us that we were going on a mission. Another platoon had suffered heavy losses, and we came to their aid.
And what happened next?
I ended up in a position where I was simultaneously with 2 officers, and I realized it was time to act. This was a good opportunity. I shot these officers carefully, picked the right moment, destroyed their position, and started getting out of there. Courage and honor. 2 jerks killed, 2 group commanders, jerks, burn in hell, go to hell. The thing is, I wanted to come to the Legion already having some achievement, so probably, if briefly, it's a matter of pride. Hunter's thrill, as strange as it sounds in relation to people. However, they themselves didn't consider Ukrainians to be people. So, how much they are people is also a question.
Describe how it happened.
The shooting?
Well, the process of liquidation itself.
2 shots to the head of one, a moment, 2 shots to the head of the other, a strange feeling, 2 shots to the head of one, a moment, 2 shots to the head of the other, a strange feeling. A moment before shooting these jerks. I hesitated for a second, and then I remembered one word from one of these jerks. When I asked him what it was like to kill a person, he said, "No, I asked him what you felt when you killed people." He said he didn't kill people. This is an experienced commander, very experienced. Look at his brain smeared, experienced. He said, "I didn't kill people." I remembered his words, and then all doubts disappeared. Now it's a bit exciting, because I have to go through a hornet's nest. I don't feel like engaging in battle somehow. I'll go light. Took 4 magazines with me. Unloaded everything. All the excess. So guys, see you on the other side. I had everything clearly planned. I waited for the necessary moment. We were on duty for 2 hours each. I specifically asked to be placed so that I would be on duty at a certain time interval, so that I could leave on time afterwards. Right on time so that everything would be fine for me.
Ну, по времени, чтобы все было нормально у меня.
Last recording for today. Okay, I don't have a Bickford cord. I don't need a quick detonation. So I'll make an improvised fuse from bandages. All this will burn. Inside there are 5 packs of hexogen and about 20 grenades and a lot of bullets still. Different bullets. Yes. And also, here's what I drew. Of course, no one will see this. But essentially, I was here. We were here.
А еще вот что я нарисовал. Никто, конечно, этого не увидит.
How did you plan everything so professionally?
Интересно, кстати.
Interesting, by the way. I think that a big role in this was played by the fact that I played a lot of computer games, meaning there's already an understanding how to act better, how to eliminate better, not in the sense of how to blow people's heads better, but in the sense of how it all works tactically, strategically, tactically. At the same time, when I was getting out, a lot was helped by the thinking I took from computer games. So all these fools who talk about the harm of computer games can shut the heck up.
Чувствую материя. Так, я говорю, да, что последняя запись на сегодня.
Okay, I said yes, that the last recording for today. That's how I planned it initially, but I can't help but boast. I'll show now, like this. Okay, visible, not visible. There's white smoke over there. Guess who did that? Me. Yes.
Видно, не видно. Вон там дым белый. Угадайте, кто это сделал?
Your further actions. How did you know where to go?
I didn't know where to go.
How did it all happen?
Я шел как по кругу.
I was going by some intuition, and in my head there was a clear realization. Ukrainians are definitely somewhere in the west. I accidentally came out to their position. I went, saw trenches. I understand Russians don't dig like that too neat and beautiful a trench. And I see a bottle of water. It says like, made in Ukraine. I don't know if I said it right. I went further. I see a dugout. I listen. There's a generator working inside or something. And I shout inside, like, is anyone there? They say, yes, there is. And he comes out. And I ask, are you Ukrainian? He doesn't understand. Says, what do you mean I'm Ukrainian? I say, are you Russian or Ukrainian? He says, I'm Ukrainian. Well, I already read on his uniform. It says, Armed Forces of Ukraine. I was so glad. A weight off my shoulders. Well, finally. A lot of what helped me go through all these things I did over the last couple of days. It was the realization that I was doing the right thing. They sincerely believe that Ukraine is the aggressor in this war. But that's nonsense. Russia attacked Ukraine, but Ukraine is the aggressor. How does that work? They sincerely believe that Ukraine should lose and surrender. Meaning, at the beginning of the war, they said that they should lose, we'll take them. And now they understand they can't handle it. At least let them surrender on our terms. These people have no brains, but if they do, they don't use them.
Anything you want to add?
Думаю, я могу добавить.
What could I add? Evil will be punished. That's all.